So before I go ahead and get stuck into it over the Discord today, went ahead and banked another win on an option play, this time for over 60%. So check me out, ticker symbol GS. Placed a call option on this one yesterday because the play comes with a phenomenal track record, low valuation, and that stock price was lagging their peers, so they're about to play catch up. Now they had a good performance today, add that to what they did yesterday as well. That's why we closed up this one over 60%, and bear in mind we only entered the play yesterday. Now I was looking to hold on to this one for a little bit longer, but the rewards came sooner than expected. And your exit plan is just part of mastering the sweet science of options. And also if you're in the UK, yes you can option trade, you just have to download Interactive Brokers. That being said, if you want to get up on the plays and the moves that we make sure you guys hit that top link in this video description to tap into the Discord. Look forward to seeing you over there. Alright guys, so before I talk about these stocks, I want to touch on the market because we are seeing green out there, which makes a big difference from what we saw at the back end of last week and the beginning of this week. Now the reason is, the Senate leaders have passed a vote to lift that debt ceiling. So what that does is it removes the risk of default for now. Now, if that were to happen, it could cause a pattern of catastrophic events. But listen up, there's a hidden fuel to these markets right now that isn't making the headlines. And that is, as we're going through earnings season, these corporations, they're posting up great numbers, right? Beating their targets, revenues, earnings per share, but also posting up strong guidance moving forward. So what that means is they are able to navigate some of the biggest challenges facing companies right now. One being inflation, affecting raw materials with increased prices, but also the supply chain bottlenecks as well. I'm expecting much of the same as we go into next week and beyond, especially since we got the financials companies stepping on center stage next week, and they're in phenomenal shape as they gear up to deliver their numbers. Now, all of this collectively, that being said, I remain very positive on stocks this quarter, given we've just removed one of the major pressure points that was the debt ceiling, as well as some of the greatest macro challenges facing corporations today. That being said, it makes option plays on major indices like the QQQ, like the SPY, more undesirable for me, given the higher level of unpredictability now. That's why I like to keep it company specific. All right, guys, let's go ahead, jump into some of these stocks of the day. So before I kick things off, let me remind you guys, this isn't any buy and sell recommendations. Let's get to it. Kicking things off, ticker symbol BABA, that is Alibaba. Now personally, I've been hands off buying any dips in this one since it's been sliding down. This is because from where I'm standing, there's been far too much involvement from the regulators, from the government, into these companies. Add on top of that the Evergrande situation, so it's been one I've just been watching from the sidelines. Now if we check out the charts, what you guys want to pay attention to is that 50-day moving average. All right, so last year the 50-day moving average was their support. Then there was a turning point in November. That's when things went south or went pear-shaped for the play. And since then, they've struggled to hold ground above that 50-day moving average. So me personally, I'm looking for them to reclaim that 50-day moving average, move above that territory and maintain it to give confirmation that there's a reversal in this play and they're not going to continue sliding down. So that's that 50-day EMA you want to keep an eye on. Up next, we've got Ford, ticker symbol FD. And you know what, guys, it's good to see the market rewarding great fundamentals. This is an auto play with low price to earnings, all right? So that gives them a lot of upside potential. Reason they've been moving, announced that 11 billion EV battery, mega campus. Also, the F-150 is doing very well at the moment. That's a great model of car, and their September sales are up. So they're performing strong, navigating the current challenges. Like I was telling you guys at the beginning of this video, all the supply chain issues, the chip shortages, even in an environment like that, they're still able to outperform, right? And that is why they've maintained this beautiful chart setup that we've seen right throughout the last 12 months. Now, last time I checked in with you guys on this play, I was saying that I'm grabbing them at that $13 mark because that was their long-term support. And look at how the technicals have played out since then. All right, they bounced off that long-term support, now standing about almost $15 as it stands. Now, optimally, I always say there's only a few times a year you really want to pick up any play, and it's clear when you should pick up Ford, right? When they hit that red line, that long-term support, that's a great opportunity to pick up a play that's got a long runway ahead of it. Now, I believe that the way things are going, the strength, the momentum in the business, the initiatives that they are rolling out, that we do retest that 52-week high we saw of $16 before the end of the year. Up next, we've got Affirm, ticker symbol AFRM. Now this one is positioned in the sweet spot to take full advantage of the buy now, pay later wave that we're currently seeing. They just struck a deal with Target not long ago. Stock price moved up 20% off the back of that news. Before that, it was a deal with Amazon, all right? So they're flying, doing well, hitting partnerships left, right, and center. Now, this one has definitely struck a chord with retail investors. A lot of enthusiasm for the play right now. I've got to remind you guys, this is a 40 times price to sell business as it stands. So it's getting very expensive, and there will be a pullback, there will be a cool off at some point in time. So while everyone's looking to buy and enter this one, I'm looking at how I can make money on the downside, okay? So I pulled up here the 20-day EMA. Now, right now, 20-day EMA is pretty much the support for Affirm. So as soon as I see a break of that trend and they start a downwards movement, a cool off, a pullback, I'm gonna light it up with the puts, right? So similar to how we saw a break of trend back here in February, saw the stock slide down. I'm expecting something to happen in the very near future, whether it's a month, whether it's 3 months, whether it's 6 months. This is one I'm just gearing up to make money on the downside. I believe that is a safer way to make money on this play as opposed to the upside when we're currently sitting at 40 times price to sales. Compare that to a Square, for example, that's about 7 times price to sales, just to put it into context. And yeah, I know this one might be growing faster, gaining customers, clients, momentum, all of that good stuff. However, the fundamentals will come into effect sometime in the near future. Sankey's going to be ready. So I've got a bonus one for you guys. That's ticker symbol DKNG. We have DraftKings. Now, this one wasn't even in the script, but I'm going to throw it out there. DraftKings, leading gaming gambling play with lion's share of the market, all right? So check this out. They are trending at what has been an optimal point to pick up this play over the last 6 months, and that is their half-year support, okay? They've had several touch points over the last couple of months, successfully bounced off that mark. If you pick them up at any point over the last 6 months at that point in time, you'd made a ton of money as they bounced upwards. So right now, they are testing this support. They're collecting at the level, showing a degree of strength, stock price stability at that $49, $48 mark, okay? So it is looking like an attractive entry is open up for this one, whether it's on the option side of things with calls or whether it's as a stock investment or trade in the play. But this is the level. I had my eye on this play for a long time now. They've hit that 48, 49 mark. If they continue to collect a little bit longer, I'm gonna pull the trigger on one of those strategies that I just mentioned to you guys a second ago. But as I say, just want to highlight this one to you. DraftKings, they're doing phenomenally well as a business. Listen, they post up a great quarter 3 months ago, and they're about to deliver another blowout quarter. All of these gaming gambling plays are flying right now as customers flock to their platforms, flock to the casinos. For those that have that physical real estate, it is a booming industry as we speak. So to see a stock price at an optimal point in time, couldn't let this slip past you guys. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you in this one. As always, it's been a blast. Catch you on the next one.